because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
14.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, over here.
And they'll go on the ground. About 3 yards there to the 27. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And they'll run him here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now they'll run it on the toss. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A handoff to Penny. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
319. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Penny, the 1st down carry. Down right around the 25. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tanner McAvoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check 50, check 50. 14.
On second down, Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, wide open, complete. 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here's Rodgers. They set up the screen to Penny. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's a give to Penny. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Partners, we well know long kickoff returns set up big-time momentum for the team with the ball. But how about the defense? They've gone on the field, understood the situation, and really held up strong.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. To throw is Rodgers.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. To throw, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
3rd and goal they decided to throw for, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wilson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
On first down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
14, run it. What? 12.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And it is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now, look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
319.
Here's Penny. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
18. Go, let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100, and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Shotgun.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Caught right side, Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now they got to get to the line quickly. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Alert. Shotgun.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Shotgun. Gotta go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Levant brings it in. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
14,
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
14, run it. Gotta go. Shotgun. 12.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Gets this one left side to Pettis. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Let's go, let's go. Come on,
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sharp. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, hey. 14, 14. There.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.